For as long as I can remember, my brother has not been comfortable in this world. I have memories of meeting him for the very first time. I, of course, was not quite 3 years old. I had been playing in the mud, and I believed it was my Aunt Estelle who told me to wash up so that I could hold my baby brother when he arrived home. Being a typical 3-year-old, I pitched a fit, and pitched an even bigger fit when I couldn't hold him because of my dirty hands. The next memory I have of him was the time that he was in the grocery store shopping cart, and I had been climbing on that cart, which caused the cart to tip over. My brother went tumbling onto the hard floor. I believe that he suffered a mild concussion from this, or had some type of head injury. I'm not sure any of us remember. Whether it was this accident or something else that caused my brother to have insecurity and other issues from a very young age, we will never know. When Greg started first grade, I was in 4th grade. I remember walking him to his classroom every day and having to deal with his temper tantrums for months and months. These escalated into behavioral issues which plagued him for the rest of his school days. Greg struggled with an addiction for his entire life. I think he tried to deal with it the best way he knew how, but you see, he didn't really know how. This disease was a double-edged sword. He had to deal with feelings of insecurity, not belonging or being good enough, and I am sure at times he felt unloved by those around him. But those who were trying to love him struggled with their own emotions, for obvious reasons, trying very much to love him, help him, and support him. His family, my mom, dad, and sister, felt helpless. Addiction is a cruel disease. There was a very loving and caring side of my brother. He was so excited when he became a father. He never forgot a birthday and would always call to remind me how much older I was. He would sometimes call to just to say, "Have I told you that I've loved you today?" That was my brother. He had a bigger heart than anyone I've ever known. And his dogs? Well, don't get me started on his love for man's best friend. My brother may not have been perfect, but he was a good person. He loved the best way he knew how. Greg, have I told you lately that I love you? I'm sorry I didn't say it often enough.